first got into music when I was about 14. I started writing my own stuff, and I just sit at home on my computer, not my computer, sorry, I'm really head spaced out, on my keyboard, just kind of making like really rubbish songs. All the beats would be really kind of like plasticky and tinny, and I actually can't really use computers. I'm not very good at Logic and that sort of stuff. So I was making these like little songs, and I started putting them online, and then a guy who was running a lot of parties and like raves and stuff in East London contacted me and was like, why don't you come down and play? So I was really excited and really like, wow, this is going to be amazing. So I went down from Hertfordshire, where I was born, where I lived, at the weekends to play these raves, and it was like I'd never really seen anything like that before. I just remember being like, oh my god, it's like Skins, and you know, all of that stuff, so I started doing that, and then just kind of went from there and got a label, got management, and now I'm working on, like, finally nearly finished my record, which feels like it's been like for like 5 years in the making. Well, yeah, really good. I got signed when I was like 16. I just turned 16. So it was kind of scary because I feel like in my head I didn't really know anything about the music industry. I didn't know anything about the processes and how you make a record, and I just thought it was going to be like, bam, like 6 months I was going to be Britney Spears or something like that, which at the time is like what I wanted, but now it's not so much, and I've kind of think I've figured it out a little bit more now, like kind of think I know a bit more what I'm doing. I'd say my sound is like dark, magical, mystical pop with kind of like big lush melodies and like gold dust sprinkled over. I want it to be a pop record, but I want it to be a pop record with substance, like, and I feel like there is a lot of pop with substance at the moment, but I feel like a lot of people just associate that word with like people who don't write their own music, and you know, like, not often, it doesn't have a very good association, but I feel like I want to change that, and I feel like it is changing. I think Sky Ferreira is definitely doing that. I think even though she's a rapper, like, I think no one could deny that 212 was like a pop smash, so I think Azealia Banks as well is doing that. Grimes as well, I just saw her new video, it's pretty sick. And even though I think a lot of people like put those artists in different categories, I think they're writing like popular music, they're writing pop music. When I first got into music, I was mainly listening to artists on the label Ed Banger. I was listening to loads of Justice, I was listening to loads of Uffy and Sebastian, and so they were kind of like my first sort of loves, I guess, of music. And I actually saw Justice play, I was on the same bill as him when we stayed for the show, and it was like, wow, it's so like that, and I'm pretty sure they don't do anything live, but like it was just really cool anyway, and they were just like so French about the whole thing. So I did the Coldplay tour in the US and Canada, which was really cool, and then I got invited back on to do the European ones. It was amazing just because of the enormity of the places that I was playing in, and even though I was on at like 7 and it wasn't full, there was still like 10,000, if like maybe even more people there. And yeah, it was cool, and like, I mean, I get what people say when they think Coldplay and they think like Yellow and they think like clocks and stuff. They don't really think like linked in with myself, or maybe like Marina, who's also supporting them. But the live show is just like, it's like the best live show I've ever seen. And you know, they work with Brian Eno, and he's like an amazing producer, and I really like their latest record. It's got a real like warm kind of like fuzziness about it, which I feel like kind of sounds similar to what I'm doing as well. Looking forward to putting out my single in the UK, like my first like official single, which is going to be on September 16th. and I'm also working on another mixtape. I'm working on a collaborations mixtape, which I really want to make happen and make it be amazing. And it's taken me quite a while, but I think when it gets there, it's going to be really good. And then I'm playing a show with Ed Sheeran on the 2nd of September, which will be really fun. This is part of the iTunes Festival. And yeah, so that's going to be really, really nice because we're on the same label and stuff, so it's going to be like label mate time. I can see